Well, hello and a very warm welcome back to another video of mine. Today I'm travelling from Melbourne to Sydney with Qantas on an A330 in business class. It's my first wide body flight in 4 years, so I'm super excited. We're going to go and we're going to check in, we're going to go to the business lounge, and then we're going to be featuring a guest later on. You're going to see, he's a bit of a small YouTuber, but he's going to be great. His videos are amazing. We're going to be travelling with him today. And yeah, so let's do this. So let's go in, head in, check in, and see what this flight has to offer. Let's go do it. My journey today begins at Melbourne Airport's Terminal 1, where Qantas operates all of its domestic flights out of, and its international flights operated out of the Terminal 2. Anyway, so Qantas uses this whole section to check themselves in. There's two options to check yourself in. There's the service desk, which is for business class, Platinum 1, Platinum, Gold and Silver, or there's the self-check kiosks, which I don't really like, to be honest, because I like doing it the old-fashioned way, getting a printed boarding pass. Anyway, we are now at the Qantas Business Lounge. There are two lounges here, the Qantas Club and the Business Lounge. The Business Lounge is for business passengers, Qantas Platinum 1 and Platinum members, and the Qantas Club is for Gold and Qantas Club members and any other sort of lounge passes. The lounge does offer some really nice views. It was fairly busy for rush hour on a Wednesday morning, however it still did have plenty of seating. I found it easy to find a seat next to the window. The lounge underwent renovations in 2018, hence it is one of Qantas's better domestic lounges. The buffet is back and fully operational in this lounge. There was plenty of options. There were some scrambled eggs with bacon and on one side, and on the other side there were some cold options, both combined for a perfectly acceptable breakfast offering. So I settled for some scrambled eggs with a muffin and a croissant. The croissant was small and sweet. I still enjoyed it a lot though. The eggs were really tasty. I loved them as well. Overall, a really good breakfast in this lounge.
To the Qantas Business Class Lounge in Melbourne shower room tour. Toilet, a sink. Keep in mind that co-hooks, keep in mind that this one hasn't been cleaned since the last person showered. Toilet, I already said that. And the shower. Man, I could do with a shower by the time I get to Sydney because I've got a big day today and I woke up at 4 AM. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Anyway, let's go eat some more, then we're gonna meet Noah, and then we're gonna fly to Sydney in business class. What more could you want? Let's do it.
I went back
to the barista and I asked for a chai latte. The barista insisted that I should try a nice chai latte, so I gave it a go, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. It was really tasty and full of flavour. I would definitely get one again. And before the lunch options came back out, I went back up to the buffet and got myself an acai and almond bowl with another croissant. It was alright. Sadly, I didn't like it though. And just before it was time to leave the lounge, the lunch options came out. There was only cold options, as I was still putting the hot options in as I left. So I got a bit of everything, and I tasted it all and I really enjoyed it. I got myself this little potato salad with some corn chips, some cake and some salad. I really enjoyed it, but I was trying to save room for the meal on the plane at this point. So it was really good. And I had a really enjoyable experience in this lounge today. I cannot wait to come back here in the future and visit it sometime again soon.
2709.
The Qantas Club and Business Lounge are pretty central in the Terminal 1. It's only a 2 to 3 minute walk from most gates from here, which is really convenient. Anyway, here is the aircraft that will take me to Sydney today. VH-EBL, one of Qantas's A330-200s painted in the new livery, previously painted in the One World livery.
Thank you. Hi there.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Go across into your left, thank you. And across to your left also, thank you.
Welcome aboard the Qantas A330. It's great to be back on board business class on a wide-body aircraft. This is my seat today, 5K. You can either get an even numbered seat next to the window or an odd number which is close to the aisle. I got an odd number today because I wanted to be behind my friend Noah. Anyway, let's look at the seat features. There is a rather large screen here, a little seat pocket there with some magazines in it, some seat control functions. There are some headphones here. There is also some power ports here and a USB plug. The seat is massive. In here there is a little tray table. Which I cannot get back in for some reason. Legroom is amazing. And that's the little do not disturb button. I'll show you that in more detail later. The headrest can be fully adjusted like so. 6 ways actually. If you can't tell, I'm really excited at this point. Okay, so I forgot to mention before, so there's also a little pouch down there for storage. That's your life jacket. And in here, water bottle goes there. There were some headphones there. There's a little reading light there. And if you press do not disturb, you should get that there.
Today is Captain Ed Downey. We'd like to welcome aboard our Qantas A330 frequent flyers along with our Qantas Business Rewards members on this flight to Sydney. Please place any larger bags you do have in the overhead locker under the seat in front of you if you're seated at a bulkhead or an extra row. All baggage needs to be placed in the overhead lockers. It's now time to switch your phone and any other devices to fly mode. You're welcome to use your small handheld devices during takeoff, but we do ask that all laptop computers and other large electronic devices are now stowed securely, either in a bag under the seat in front of you, or alternatively in the overhead locker. Laptops cannot be placed in the seat pocket. Devices without flight mode cannot be used at any time.
Flight through to Sydney, and today I'm joined by Matt Campbell, who will be flying you through to Sydney. So he'll have a few appropriate words once we get a bit closer to Sydney. But for us, taking off out of wet Melbourne here, taking off towards the north, a series of turns will put us on our flight plan track, and a little under 1 hour through to Sydney. We're a few more showers away. So do sit back, relax, enjoy the flight, and once again, welcome aboard.
Your attention for the next few minutes to make your journey a safe one, as we take a journey through 100 years of innovation and Australian spirit.
This here's a number 504 biplane, straight from Canberra and Canvas. You're flying on a Qantas Airbus A330. Sounds a bit flasher than this, old girl.
Landing. You can undo your seatbelt by pressing the button or lifting the flap. Keep it done up low and tight during takeoff, landing, and whenever the seatbelt sign is on. That includes infants and
Journey or heading home.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing respect to each other and our crew. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for your support.
And thank you for your attention. Have a great flight.
And just for the information of our passengers wearing masks, if oxygen is required, you need to remove your face mask before you...
So let's have a look at the in-flight entertainment system. It offers a range of new and older movies, and it also displays the flight time there. The movies I found were pretty recent.
But for your safety, it's best to keep it fastened whenever you are seated. If you lose an electronic device, it's important you do not move your seat. as this could severely damage your device and may be a fire hazard. Just ask the crew member for help. For your safety, we don't allow anyone, including children, to sleep on the floor. Today you're travelling on one of our Wi-Fi enabled aircraft. To get started, connect to the Qantas free Wi-Fi network in your Wi-Fi settings and follow the prompts to connect to wi-fi.qantas.com in your web browser.
Anyway, continuing on, the movies are new and recent. There is also this flight map, which is unfortunately a bit outdated compared to what is offered on Air New Zealand and some other airlines, but it is much better than what's on the 737s in my opinion.
Right, so today we're going to test out So we've got the control rods here. So there's a few positions, so we're going to do the flat one. That's the top.
A few moments later.
Okay, so
Fully flat bed. I've still got like a decent amount of leg room down there. I saw that the crew had their trolleys out, therefore I knew that the meal service was about to begin, hence I got my tray table out. So for lunch today we had the choice between a pasty or a prosciutto salad. I do regret not getting the prosciutto salad as I've already had this pasty. I wanted to be safe though and stick with what I know. The meal came with 2 drinks. The pasty came a reasonable portion. It came with sweet potato mash and tomato sauce. It contained potatoes, carrots and mince on the inside. I thought it was perfectly acceptable for this short lunchtime flight up to Sydney. For my drinks I got myself orange juice and sparkling water. Both helped wash down the dry pasty well. The cabin manager also came round and offered some sourdough bread. It tasted warm and fresh, therefore I enjoyed it quite a lot. So overall a perfectly acceptable meal service today on board this flight up to Sydney. Time to put my tray table away. I really struggle doing this. I'm just used to the fold down seat, pocket one. I went down to one of the economy seats because I wanted to compare the seats on this aircraft to those on the 737 economy class seats. And here are the seat features. I feel like there should be a screen on here, considering this aircraft does Tasman flights, and most of the 737s that operate the Tasman flights have screens. Therefore, the A330s should most definitely have them. And considering this aircraft also does flights to LA, I'd be pretty upset to not have a screen for that flight. Nevertheless, it's a really nice product and interior.
As always, a Qantas ground team is happy to help.
Before we began our descent, the crew came around and offered a chocolate to the business class passengers. I enjoyed it a lot. I really do love Lindt chocolate. So as we begin to approach Sydney, allow me to summarise this flight today with Qantas in business class. My journey started at Melbourne Airport with a quick check-in and security lines. I then made my way to the Qantas business class lounge. It was fairly busy when I got there, but I found the seat by the window and it got quieter as the day went on. The food offerings were amazing. I was really happy with them, and much better than what they offer in the Virgin lounges. When I stepped on board the aircraft, it was a warm welcome and directed to my seat. No welcome drink was offered. However, this is a norm now with Qantas in business class. Due to some loading issues, we had a bit of a delay, but we soon made up time and were on our way in the air. The meal was pretty decent. I've had it before, and the taste didn't really come as a surprise to me. And when we landed in Sydney, me and my friend got invited into the flight deck. Sadly, we couldn't film in there though, so you won't see any videos from that. So, thank you very much for watching this video of mine. It means a great deal to you to still be following the journeys with me and following the travellers to this day. Anyway, if you don't want to miss my next video, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss it. It'll be next Friday, 4 PM Adelaide time. Until then, stay safe and happy flying. Have a great day or night wherever you are in the world.
Welcome to Sydney. Qantas would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands and waterways in which we live, work and fly. We would also like to pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. The local time is 1:51 p.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is off. As always, smoking, vaping and the use of e-cigarettes is not permitted while disembarking or throughout the terminal. Please take care when opening the overhead lockers as baggage may have moved and could fall out. Before leaving, ensure you check your seat and seat pocket for any personal items. If you can reach your phone, you can now turn off flight mode. On behalf of all of us here at Qantas and One World, thank you for choosing to fly with us. If you're visiting Sydney, we hope you enjoy your stay, and of course to those returning, welcome home. Once again, thank you and good afternoon. Does he want a videotape in there?
No, I just want to say hi to them.
Okay, just wait there.
Alright, now what I was saying about before, about who we're travelling with, Noah. He's an aviation enthusiast as well. He has his own YouTube channel, you've got to check it out. Great flight with him. How'd you find the flight?
It was pretty good, yeah, obviously food was pretty good, and great of the captain to let us in the cockpit there at the end, so that was nice, but yeah.
Well, we made it back to Sydney, first time here in 10 weeks, it's really good to be back. That was a great flight on board Qantas in business class. So just now I'm going to explore Sydney, then I'm going to go take a train from Sydney to Canberra. That's going to be really fun. So if you don't want to miss that video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And yeah, stay tuned for my next one. Thank you very much for watching until this point. I'll see you next time.